So, good morning to all. Today's class, we will discuss about addressing modes of 8050. So, what is this addressing modes? That is the different way of accessing a data, right? So, different way of accessing a data is nothing but the addressing modes of 8050. That is, so you can access the data internally, that is within the 8051. For example, uh, in 8051, we have a register A and B, right? So we have A and B, okay, two registers are there. So I can access the data from B to A or A to B, right? So by using a simple instructions, right? So anyhow, so here we are accessing a data from one register to another register by using a simple instruction by command. Okay, nothing but a command. So like this, we can access the data from external devices like external RAM, okay, external RAM or external code memory, that is program memory. So for this, we have different types of commands in 8051. These commands, everything come under different addressing modes. Yeah. So let us discuss what are all different types of addressing modes. So each addressing modes have their own format. You must understand. All the instructions will come into this type of addressing modes only. That is, whatever the operation 8051 wants to do, all the operation will come under this type of addressing modes. So if you understand these addressing modes, so it is very easy to write the program, first of all. Okay. The first thing is we have immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode. So indirect, so direct, indirect. So and then index addressing mode. So these are five are very main importance, and additionally we have long addressing modes, yeah, inherent addressing mode, bit addressing modes. So like this we have number of addressing modes. So let us discuss one by one. What is immediate addressing mode? How the instruction looks like for immediate addressing mode. So by that particular instructions, how the data is passed or accessed one place to another. Let us see. Immediate addressing mode. In immediate addressing mode, if you see the instruction, there is a symbol called hash symbol, which is available in the instruction, which tells you that it is immediate addressing mode. Okay. And always the followed by hash. So we have a constant value. Constant in the sense here the data. Okay, some constant parameter in numerical form. Okay, which indicates that so this is the instruction which comes under immediate addressing mode. Okay, so in this addressing mode, you can see the source operand is a constant. So this is your source operand, which is a constant. So if you see the many instructions like move, add, so this type of instructions will have a special format, that is move, destination, comma, source. The operation of these two, that is the operation of move, destination, comma, is the data in the source is moved to the destination. Okay. The source data is moved to the destination. Here, the source is constant. Here, the source is constant. That is numerical value. Okay. That is the data. That is the direct data which is available in the instruction. So this is the data directly available on the instruction. Okay. This is the data, not the address. Okay, this is the data. Okay, the source operand is a constant. Yes, it is a constant, and the hash symbol indicates the immediate addressing mode. Immediate addressing. These two you must understand. Okay. And this is a simple example. Move space a comma hash 25 data. So 25 data is moved into the accumulator. After execution, accumulator will be having a data that is 25 in hexa form. That is 8-bit number. Okay. In hexa form. Okay. Now, so this is the one way of accessing a data. That is, we are moving a data from one place, that is direct data to one of the register. This is one way of accessing a data, which comes into immediate addressing mode. Next, we have register addressing mode. In register addressing mode, you can see that data is within the register. Okay. See, for example, we use a same command, destination, comma source. Here the source will be a register. Okay. So within the in the source, the data is moved to the destination. Okay. So the data to be operated within the register. Okay, that's why we call it as register addressing mode. So here the data, as per this instruction, you cannot see any numerical value. No, just the address. R3 is one of the address. A is one of the address. So the data from this address is moved to this address. You can say, okay. Okay. Just we can see registers are just the address. Okay. Just the address. Right. Actually, for the data, the address is two types. Two way we can differentiate. I can tell you. One is by mentioning the register, and another one is mentioning the corresponding address name. There is some unique value. Okay, that also we will discuss. Okay. So in this addressing mode, the data is within the register. So that's why we have a command move a comma some register, or a comma b, a comma b, or some b comma a, or r3 comma a, whatever mean, right? So this is register addressing mode. Next we will discuss about direct addressing mode. Okay, direct addressing in the sense, here the instruction, simple instruction, here you can say that as we have move space a comma 46. What is this 46? Here the 46 is the address, okay, not the value. Okay, from this address, the data is moved to accumulator in direct addressing mode. Okay, see, in direct addressing mode, the address of data to be read is directly given in the instruction. So what is the address of data? This is the address of your data. Okay, that data is going to move to accumulator accumulator A. Okay, for example, if you can take a RAM, okay. So RAM of 8051, I will take RAM. This is the internal RAM, okay, that is within the microcontroller. Okay, I'll say this is within the microcontroller. Simple example, 8051. Okay. So this is the address. 46H is the address. So let me take 1 is my value. Okay, 1H is my value. So this data, 1 is moved to accumulator. 1 is moved to accumulator. So from this, you can understand that you are pointing, that is you are in the instruction, you have placed 46H. So this 46H is nothing but address of your data, address. This is your address. Okay, see, this is your address, address of your data. So that's why it is, we say as it is direct addressing mode. Direct addressing. Directly, the command we are placing directly the address. Okay, directly we are placing the address. The data within this is accessed to accumulator. Okay, fine. So next we will go to indirect addressing mode. Okay, now here for any you want to point memory location. This is one way of pointing the memory location. Direct way. The indirect way is there. What is that in the sense? You take some register, for example, R0. R0 will be having some data. Okay, that data is the address now. Okay, let us see. See, registers of each bank and DPTR registers. Okay, any one of the register or only the registers. Okay, that can be used as an index or pointer register. Pointer register in the sense, the register which points to memory location. For example, if R0 is having 46H, okay. So now this is going to be a pointer. Okay. This is 40H is going to be a pointer for the memory location. Okay, this is RAM, internal RAM. Okay. Okay. This will point to one of the location in RAM. See, in R0 register, we have some data 46H. So this register that can be used as a pointer register for the data to access from memory. Okay, keep in mind. So now whatever the data inside R0 that is going to point to memory location, the data, for example, I have 01H in the RAM, this data is going to access to the accumulator. Okay, the same operation in last instruction we have seen, same 46H, 01 data is moved to accumulator there. Here, that is direct way. This is indirect way. That's it. Okay, indirect way of accessing. But the operation both are same. We are moving 01 to accumulator. The only thing is the addressing modes are different. The different way of accessing the data. See, only the quite difference is if you place at means at R0, let us take 46H. So in the place of R0, we can say it is 46H. So you can mention that at 46 means at 46 address, the data is moved to accumulator. Not 46 data. 46 is not the data now. 46 is the address. From that address, what is the data that is moved to accumulator? Okay. So here, nowhere it is indirect way of addressing mode. If you see at symbol, then it is indirect addressing mode. Okay. Next, we will see index addressing mode. Index addressing mode is mainly utilized where in the sense you want to access something code from program memory. Okay, program memory externally. Okay, externally. So you will be using instruction move C, which is a very unique instruction to access a code from the external memory. So you are now you have to mention the code. So move C. So at A plus DPTR, right? So sometimes okay. So here whatever the data in accumulator and DPTR both will be added. After adding, it will have some value. At that value, that is at that value, there is some code that is going to move to some, yeah, that is within the 8051 controller. Okay. Okay. So now long addressing mode. That is, we have instruction lcall for subroutine. This type of instructions will come into long addressing mode. That is, in C language, how we use a call by function, call by value. So like this, we have L call, A call, and S call. So by using this call, you can jump from one place to another place. That is, you can move to this address where your subroutine starts. That's it. Subprogram starts. So you can have 16-bit address, okay, where you can jump to the corresponding 16-bit address. See, the new address for jump or call instruction is specified in 16-bit address. So this is the 16-bit address where you are going to call now for executing a set of instructions. Okay, set of instructions will be executed. You will be jumping to corresponding address. Okay. For example, I have some instructions, move some A comma B, something like that. Suddenly I'll be having a L call 2000H. Okay, this is my instruction. So here I have some decrement and jump, not zero, later, something, okay, something, some instruction I have. But the controller will not execute this. The control will automatically jump from this place to some other place where the instruction loaded in the address 2000H. Suppose I have my subroutine starts here, something called move R1 comma, sorry, R1 comma A. So like that, the instruction will be started. Always subroutine will end up with return. Okay, that is a return function. After executing that, the control will automatically jump from here to here. Okay, this is the way subroutine executed. So then we have inherent addressing, which refers to specific register. Swap A, that is AIA is a 8-bit register. The 8-bit, that is 4 bits, 4 bits will be swapped. 4 bits and 4 bits. Okay. Totally 8 bits. So this is higher 4 bits. This is lower 4 bits. Yeah. So these two will be swapped. These two will be swapped. That is, within the register, operation is done. So such kind of instruction will come into inherent addressing. So next we have bit addressing modes. That is, any particular bit you have to set or clear. So for example, clear P1.2, this single bit the single bit will be cleared, will be, this single bit will be cleared means 0. This single bit will be set to 0. Okay. For example, any corresponding address bit, I want to, if any address, that is address 06, in that particular address, I have a bit. Okay. That bit I can set. Okay. Set or clear. Okay, that's it about today's class.